NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl comes through here. It's gonna be a good one under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship,
one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
his ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
In motion goes the tight end. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll look to throw. That escapes the sack. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by a man who played his college ball in Happy Valley, their rookie quarterback from Penn State.
And just in case you didn't know in the days leading up to the NFC title game, you definitely know now. No rookie quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl. But this is getting towards uncharted territory. This is a monster deal. If this offense believes in it, which I believe that it does, they could be the ones to break that streak. And having spent time around this team, I'm starting to believe they're going to get it done.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. They may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Oh, he rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. He'll look down the field here for Kincaid. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there. 42 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And touchdown. A great effort there. 72 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a first down.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it.
To the 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
A 7-yard gain. Complete to
On play action, they'll throw to Barkley on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up the 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
That's another first down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 5. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Complete to number 21. An 8-yard pickup. Results in a first down.
He'll look to throw. Complete to right. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
He's to the 15. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Caught by Allen. Room past the 35. And finally down at the 41-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. Complete to Davis Allen.
They go play action here on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the gun, a give to Brown. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw here on first down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Third and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pulled in by Brown toward the sideline. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Under pressure, and down he goes. The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He finds his man, complete. It's ball. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll throw now on the final play. They had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's second down and 8.
A gain of 7. It's second and 8.
They'll set up a throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now?
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley punching it in from a yard away. And his guys have once again taken the lead. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Back to throw here. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now second and 5. They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll look to throw here. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And shutting him off, now open field. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Back to throw again. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a loose football. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in a
touchdown from 8 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. This taken in by Kincaid. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. A throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll drop to throw. That is caught.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good. 8 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A field goal would tie the game. A touchdown, of course, gives them the lead. Boy, the drama intensifying on every single play with a Super Bowl berth on the line. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 29-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 16 yards. Result is a 1st down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Dances by him. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to him. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. This is 1st and 10. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back to throw. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Barkley going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Throw left side to Kincaid.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Down the right sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.